Let's go back to the phone lines. We'll talk next to James, who's listening in Myrtle Beach, listening on Sirius XM 131. Hi, James.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your ministry, and it's good to talk to you today, Hank. And prayer and blessings.
Thank you.
But I wanted to ask you about, we were having a Bible study, and we got into talking about the 119 Psalms, and I wanted to ask you, who wrote it? Is it Moses? Did Moses write it, or just who wrote the 119 Psalms? And also, if you could, tell me a little bit about Jesus and the New Covenant. How are we supposed to do all of those things in the 119 Psalms in the New Covenant, or depending on Jesus? How would that translate?
Well, I mean, the thing that we know beyond a shadow of a doubt is that we cannot keep the Old Covenant laws. It is absolutely impossible for us to do that. If we try to do that, we'll drive ourselves crazy. I was in Iran with two Jewish rabbis, Rabbi Weiss and Rabbi Rosenberg, and I was watching them as they were trying to just stay up with the dietary laws, and it is a never-ending tedium. But we see that the civil and ceremonial laws are ultimately fulfilled in Jesus Christ. So Christ, says Paul, redeemed us from that curse of the law, by becoming a curse for us. As far as Psalm 119 is concerned, the ancient Jewish tradition holds that David composed this psalm over the course of his life. And most older commentaries on the Bible will agree with that, even though the psalm itself does not tell us who the author was. So there's no direct indication, but tradition, I think, is pretty conclusive in this regard. It is arranged as an acrostic poem, and David was pretty good at acrostics. There are 22 sections composed of the 22 letters of the Hebrew alphabet, with each line of a section beginning with a corresponding Hebrew letter, which is kind of cool as well. And those letters are all filled in as a result of the Dead Sea Scrolls, or the Qumran scrolls found in the 1947 period.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we was talking about it. I didn't think about David. I was thinking maybe Moses. But thanks again for your ministry, Hank.
You got it. Yeah, I love the Psalms, and I hope a lot of people will do what I recommend in my legacy reading plan, that you read 5 Psalms a day and work yourself through the book of Psalms on an ongoing basis. I mean, you don't have to do that many, but it's wonderful to do. As part of your meditation, just to read through the Psalms, meditate on the Psalms. They are glorious. There are so many examples. I mean, think of Psalm 1. Blessed is the man who walks not on the counsel of the ungodly, nor stands in the path of sinners, nor sits in the seat of the scornful, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law he meditates day and night. He will be like a tree planted by rivers of water that brings forth its fruit in season, whose leaf also shall not wither, and whatever he does shall prosper. The ungodly are not so. They're like the chaff which the wind drives away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly will perish. A beautiful psalm, a psalm of David, and just one of the great literary treasury that we have available to us each day. Also, Proverbs, 1 a day. Fantastic. We'll be right back with more of the Bible Answer Man broadcast on the quote of the day. Please stay tuned.